listening to me?
Yes.
And?
I think you're on thin ice, and I suggest you toe the line. Would you like a reference?
All right. You're giving me the dog cases. I get that. I even understand the risk management, punishment, detail thing. But Holby Care, I'm not even under contract with you for that.
No place to hide, eh? Oh, and I assume you'll understand why we've waived the bonus.
All right, I get it. This whole thing is a huge deal, all right? But I'm kicking out $5,000 a month in maintenance. You don't even know what it's like to have 4 kids.
How do you know? Benny, Bjorn, little Agnito could at this very moment be...
Oh, you're loving this.
What, hitting you where it hurts?
What, my kids?
No, your wallet, Mr. Spence. Dans le portefeuille.
Good timing for you. I even took out the little red devils. I figured you didn't have time for supper, or lunch, or breakfast. Look, if there's anything I can do, you know, it just seems like you're taking on quite a lot.
Thank you.
How's your appetite?
Couldn't be better.
Right. Look, we need to talk about Gillian.
Oh, yes, Miss Kavanagh. I think she's got off on the wrong foot.
Well, more like, how do I put this? Treading on people's toes.
Yes. So I'd like you to buddy her, if you would. You're good on the soft stuff. Help her make friends, bring people round.
OK.
Well, I thought you said you wanted to help.
Well, yes, I do.
Excellent.
It's just 2 little letters. Here.
Absolutely. Put it on my to-read pile, please.
What's the ETA on that? A couple of months?
Oh, yes. Now, why would I go through everything with a fine-tooth comb? What possible reason?
Yeah, all right. Look, the guy's desperate.
Blood count still...
It's the pain.
Which you measured by...
You like to see grown men cry? Don't answer that. Wow, amazing. Western civilization did not collapse.
Miss Shah, I hear we have a vulnerable patient on the ward without adequate supervision.
I'm sorry, I did have to refer it. We're doing our absolute best to make sure that all our risk management procedures...
Yes, spare me.
I know it seems like box ticking.
He needs a biopsy. He can barely breathe.
Has no problem in bellowing, I gather.
What happened to autonomy and clinical judgment?
We already had a fracas on colour this morning.
Well, frankly, I am extremely offended by the idea that just because he has a learning difficulty, he's prone to violence.
I never said that.
No, I think Miss Kavanagh means the risk to the patient himself. I mean, he's here surrounded by unfamiliar faces, and just because you've chosen to help out a GP friend on the sly...
There's nothing sly about it.
We can't have any more of these informal arrangements, surely you understand that.
Why don't we call this GP and social care and get a full picture of his needs?
One step ahead of you, Jilly. 28 years of GP notes and recent meetings of an MDT board. You ready? Here we go. Team applaud Mr. Kingsley's independence and recommend minimal intervention. Team congratulate Mr. Kingsley on obtaining part-time work at Wyvern West Children's Zoo. Happy? Now, I know chasing paperwork is a brilliant use of my time, but, you know, files need to be filed.
Thank you. I know admin is boring, but...
You said it.
That's uncalled for, Miss Shah.
I'm sorry. I'll get on with actually dealing with my patient, shall I?
Yes, you will. Once I've had a chance to read through these. Thank you. These aren't due for another 13 minutes, are they?
The workload is too much. I'm not coping.
I see. Right. Would you like to sit down? And in my best general practice tone, I shall say, what seems to be the trouble?
I think I came back too soon. I don't know. I didn't take my tablets. That might have something to do with it.
And why did you choose not to take your tablets?
Oh, you know, I wanted to be 100% alert. When you feel up, you don't feel like taking them. I'm an idiot.
Not really. That is, I believe, a common mistake.
I'm so sorry to let you down. I feel like you've given me this chance to prove myself and I've just messed up.
Well, it's a very difficult role we have here. We're doing the work of several people.
But you don't really need me. We don't really need to be doing this.
No. I'm happy to write you the appropriate documentation if you feel you need more leave of absence.
I appreciate that. And if there's an appropriate role...
Obviously, you're welcome back any time.
Thank you.
Come in.
Do you have a minute to talk?
If by talk you mean listen to you apologise for your foul behaviour towards Gillian Kavanagh...
What?
Gossiping about her personal life, bullying, high-handed disregard for her professional opinion, putting a dead mouse in her lunch. How are things in the lower fourth?
It wasn't like that.
Never heard of such mean-spirited schoolgirl antics.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you don't want schoolgirl antics, then don't infantilise us. All of this, all this checking up on us, all this micromanagement, having to run everything through you, having every detail cross-examined, it's making everyone...
Turning on each other. Yes, Mr. Hope warned me about the sea monsters. I just didn't think it would be one of my registrars.
I'm sorry. Having an off day.
So now, who's pathetic? Not just Nurse Collins?
OK, I was a bitch. I picked on the little guy because I was too timid to confront... to say what everyone was saying.
Well, say it. Say away. I'm just a listening sponge here to soak up your oral wisdom.
All this is beneath you. It makes you look petty.
Thank you for your feedback. If you'd like to write it in pro forma for my sign-off, I'd be most grateful. Responding to a sense that the current level of oversight and administrative rigour has led to some unintended consequences, I'm proposing a new system whereby the lion's share of the compliance submissions and regulatory procedures are devolved in full to the clinical leads.
Sorry, doesn't this mean me?
All of you. Autonomy. Decentralising. Exciting stuff. Training, safety, bed management, theatre schedules, risk control, infection reports, and best of all, statistics.
Are we allowed to use our calculators?
Obviously, you will discover that the paperwork required by the risk reduction framework is entirely superfluous and is merely done to satisfy the demands of a pedantic and controlling upper management. Good luck.
Don't you go on and get a happy place. Oh, don't you go on and get a happy place.
Mr. Spence, it's reached me that you've funded an anastomosis in Holby Care. Surely the killer blow to the lifestyle you've enjoyed.
Well, needs to eat.
Exactly. Self-denial is akin to self-control.
Maybe.
Believe me, Mr. Spence, it is.